This week, the central bank lifted the cap on the exchange rate that stood at 202 rupees for a US dollar. Following this move, state banks were selling a US dollar at 230 rupees. But today, the selling rate rose to 260 rupees. The inflow of dollars to the country was severely infected after the central bank didn't allow the exchange rate to float. Sri Lanka didn't receive enough foreign currency inflows, although the central bank offered incentives for workers' remittances. The incentive paid was 10 rupees in addition to the exchange rate for every dollar remitted to the country. Contradicting views are being expressed on the incentive that will be offered for workers' remittances after the exchange rate was allowed to float. Before the central bank decided to allow the exchange rate to float, the cabinet had granted approval to provide an incentive of 38 rupees for workers' remittances. But in a letter to commercial banks, the central bank governor said that 10 rupees incentive would no longer be provided. Last evening, the finance ministry announced that a 20 rupee incentive would be paid for every dollar sent by expatriate workers. This has led to a confusion in the financial market.
The
government has decided to offer a new incentive for expatriate workers who remit money to the country. There is uncertainty over that. We express our regret. First they said 8 rupees will be paid, then they said they will pay 20 rupees. After that they said they will pay 38 rupees. Now they say 20 rupees will be paid. The government must provide a clear announcement for foreign workers.
This morning you said you have decided to give 20 rupees more to the expat earnings from expat labour. But then Honorable Rohita Begunhadana says 38 rupees is what we are going to give over and on top of the dollar rate. This is the confusion you are creating in the financial market today. No, this is because there is no discussion between the governor of the central bank and the finance minister. These two entities are fighting with each other.
The value of Sri Lanka's rupee has depreciated by 29% against the US dollar in the last 2 days. This has led to a possible increase in the prices of a majority of goods in the coming days. The cost of essential goods will increase by 29% if they are imported under the exchange rate of 260 rupees to a US dollar. A litre of 92 octane petrol can go up by 51 rupees and a litre of diesel by 35 rupees.
If we consider the global prices and the operational costs that we have to incur, we are facing a loss of 128 rupees on every litre of diesel that is imported at about 176 rupees. The monthly average is about 102 rupees, but we can't be sure that it will remain at 176 in the coming days. If this persists, we will have to face a loss of 128 rupees on every litre of diesel that's sold. For today, we are facing a loss of 80 rupees on petrol as global market prices continue to rise.
This decision has to be made carefully. It is only being speculated at the moment. If the cost isn't increased, people will have to pay for it indirectly.
The cost of a 12.5 kilogram gas cylinder can increase by 824 rupees due to the depreciation of the rupee.
A metric ton of gas that was sold at about $300 in the world market has crossed $900. Gas prices are at its highest in 3 decades. We have to tell the truth to the country. There is a possibility that gas prices may increase in the future.
The cost of a kilogram of sugar may go up by 44 rupees, dal by 101 rupees and wheat flour by 45 rupees. The Milk Powder Importers Association is planning to increase milk powder prices by 300 rupees. A spokesperson for the association said the cost of a 400-gram milk powder packet will go up by 120 rupees. Yesterday, the government imposed restrictions on imports of 367 products after identifying them as non-essential goods.
They have said that a special import license is needed to import these products. When a few people are given licenses to import, that will create a monopoly in the market. The importers will be able to control prices. That's one part of the problem. The other problem is that they may allow their henchmen to import these products. Therefore, I don't think that import controls can resolve the crisis.